Texas, Houston.
Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome to the 10K Project. This week's Bet on Black pitch is going to be Carlos from Securum Capsa, right? What a name. I love the name. It just kind of rolls off your tongue. Carlos, you're going to have to tell us where the name came from.
I will.
Okay. Before I go into the campaign page, I want to share a story, and then I'm going to go into the campaign page. We're going to show you Carlos's site, and we're going to play some of the videos. But what I want to share is, I've got a lot going on, right? I'm planning a wedding. I'm a president of an investment club, and I'm sending out gift boxes to all of my members. I got packages coming left and right. So I had packages that were supposed to come tomorrow. So today I went into the office because I wanted to get some stuff done, and I got the alert on my phone that packages were delivered. And whenever I get the alert on my phone and I'm not home, when I tell you panic sets in, right? I'm like, how long will it be for me to get home? I'm looking at the camera to see that they put the package kind of behind the little alcove so you can't really see it from the street. Like everything stops when it comes to me and these packages, right? And so I'm doing that today. And this particular delivery driver did not put it in the little alcove. He just kind of threw it there like, hey, lady, hey, everybody, she got packages today. Like he wants somebody to steal my packages, right? And porch pirates are in excess all over the country, right? We've seen the videos about it. It probably has happened to some of us. I know it's happened to me. And so panic just set in. So I was like, I gotta go. I gotta go. It's 2 o'clock. It was 2 o'clock. Come on, I planned on being at the office all day. It's 2 o'clock. I was like, I gotta go. So what's funny is my boss came in. He was like, hey, what? I said, I gotta go. He looks at me like, what? I said, I have packages that have been delivered and I need them. I'll call you when I get home. So he was like, okay, go. So I get home, and apparently more packages in the time from me leaving work to getting home, more packages have been delivered. And I guess they all were on the same thing today because they all were just kind of thrown. Like no one today was trying to be kind enough to kind of put them out of sight. So 4 packages kind of thrown everywhere. Luckily, they were all there. But I tell you, the relief when I saw the packages, it was like my anxiety level was up here. And when I saw them still there, I was like, oh, I could finally exhale. My shoulders were tense and tight. I was like, this is ridiculous. And then I remembered Carlos is coming tonight.
So that is a good story. That is perfect. That does tie into what we're going to talk about.
Yes. So with that said, guys, I'm going to share my screen and pull up the campaign page. And we're going to learn about this amazing thing that Carlos is doing. All right. So here's the campaign page. I'm going to play the video first, and then I'll kind of scroll through. Can you guys see? Can you hear it?
Probably go on the volume.
Hold on. I probably need to share it. Let me stop sharing and share it again and make sure the sound's coming through the computer. There we go. Share sound.
Can you full screen it?
Everyone knows that porch package theft is a serious problem. But did you know that Amazon spent over $10 billion dealing with lost and stolen packages in 2020 alone? What if there was a better way to secure packages and deliver peace of mind to consumers while saving delivery companies billions of dollars along the way? Introducing Securum Capsa. Our mission is to revolutionize the way deliveries are secured. The first product we plan on bringing to market later this year is the Zendora Smart Box Locker, a smarter, safer way to receive and send shipments. Our patented device is the only residential and commercial product on the market that can easily be secured to the door of a business, apartment, or house without using screws or bolts, and can collapse to less than 6 inches when not in use. Zendora is powered by a removable, rechargeable battery and has an external camera that activates to capture video of anyone approaching within 6 feet. To unlock Zendora, the delivery person simply uses a one-time code auto-generated by our smartphone app and places your items inside. When the driver closes the lid, it automatically locks, and the internal camera takes a confirmation photo, sending you a notification that your package, food order, vital medication, or irreplaceable gift has been received. And its internal UVC light disinfects all contents to help keep everyone safe and healthy. And Zendora is just the beginning. We have a portfolio of other products in early stages of development that will help us on our mission. Securum Capsa, revolutionizing the way deliveries are secured.
Okay.
So Tawana, yes, my device would have helped you out.
Everyone knows
Yes,
that
it
porch
would've.
package
All of
theft
my
is a
packages
serious problem.
would have fit in there today.
And so that brings it to, so how do you want to start?
So is that the only video you want me to watch? You want me to show?
Go to the third one and then
The hour
keep
story?
going down. Keep going. No, keep going. Right there. Show
Right
that.
there? Okay.
And then we can start.
Okay.
Because that's showing the real thing.
Okay, awesome.
Not just a cartoon. Yeah, that's the bad thing. It's kind of slow when it goes out.
Oh, hold on, let me.
Introducing the new Zendora Smart Box Locker. As you see, it's attached to the door with a patented door bracket, but you also have here your smart pod. This has an internal camera with a motion sensor, but this is where all the electronics is housed. With the battery, you can take this out, plug it in your home with a USB port and recharge it. When you put in the code, we'll have indicators, and it has internal LEDs for night delivery, but it also has an internal camera. When you're not expecting any deliveries, you could fold it to less than 6 inches on your door. Now, the Zendora turns into a security device. As a consumer shopping online, you would use your ZenSafe app to generate a unique 6-digit code that will be placed into the delivery instructions. So when the delivery person shows up, they would walk up, access the security code, type it in, unlock the box, place your package in there securely, the box will lock, the code will go away, and then you will get a photo verification that your package is secure. Zendora, peace of mind delivered.
Wow, wow, and wow.
Tawana, that's what we're trying to do at the company. You were at work worried about your packages, and you have anxiety. What's the very opposite of anxiety? Zen. Zen at your door. Zendora.
Zendora, I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay,
Yeah.
let me close this out so they can see. Oh, you know what? I was just so excited. I didn't tell them the minimum. So you tell us that. Tell us the minimum investment amount.
Okay, what we're in the early bird stage. We've raised 191,000 so far with no advertising of our campaign, which we're starting this week. So the minimum investment is $300. So I want to try to give everybody an opportunity in this, to be involved.
Very good. Okay, so with that said, take it away and share anything else you want to share.
Oh, yeah.
I'm excited. I'm so excited tonight.
So my name's Carlos Rafael. Just go back into the background. For a brother, I am Hispanic. My mother's from Costa Rica. My father is from Panama. I grew up in the suburbs of Philadelphia. I graduated from Pottstown High School in 1985. I took electronics, vocational electronics. I always was a tinkerer and everything like that. So I took vocational electronics, moved out to Los Angeles. Went to DeVry University. I got a degree in science and a technician's diploma from there in 1987. Went to work in Silicon Valley for a minute, but then I went into biomedical electronics. I worked for the world's largest dialysis company provider, Fresenius USA, in research and development, also in quality control. So whenever a dialysis machine went out, it took about 1 to 2 days to verify it, to go out to be used on patients. So that's where I got, when working in research and development at that company, I got a real good education on how things are built, because a lot of people would go, oh, I have no idea where to start. So that's where I got a lot of my education, to know how to start, build a prototype, get a design firm, a patent attorney. So I've worked in dialysis all up in the Bay Area, from San Francisco, Sacramento, San Jose. Met my lovely wife, moved to LA, still worked in dialysis, started my first company, C-Tech Biomedical, in 1995, servicing portable kidney machines in LA. 2 years later, in 97, I bought my second company, where I now own the parts to the products I was servicing. And then I went from servicing just Los Angeles to nationwide. And we also sold parts as far as Japan and Europe. So then I started working on a portable kidney machine, raising money for that. So I actually put that on pause, because I have to disclose that, because in December 7th, 2017 at 7 a.m. in the morning, prior to that, we've all seen videos of people stealing packages, throwing, I remember one of the other videos, a UPS driver throwing the package and all that. So we all laugh and chuckle. But that particular morning, December 7th at 7 a.m., me and my wife getting ready for the day, was watching Fox Local 11 News. They had a segment on porch pirates, and they had a video of a mom driving around the neighborhood, had her 6-year-old daughter leaving the car, going and stealing packages. So I'm gonna tell you, every time I say this, I have the same feeling. I'm bumped right now. I said, that is messed up. I didn't grow up an angel, but I said, that mother is teaching that daughter, if she brings back more packages, let's go to McDonald's, let me get you some candy. Or if she got caught, the mom will go, I didn't tell her to do that. So everything you see in this pitch deck is from that. It did not start, how can I make money or do anything? I wanted to prevent that from happening to another child. So the end of that week, December 7th, I had a prototype. January 1st, found a patent attorney who has been working for the company for stock. The only thing I've paid him is the US Patent Services and the drawings. And we got the full patent last August on this device. So this device is covered.
Wow.
In the US and around the world. So if anybody tries to jack us, we got them. Because that was one of the things you have to do, and I want to tell people, you have to lock down your idea. Yeah. You have to, especially in this day and age. And then the thing is, one of the good news that came in today, if you saw in that portfolio in the first video, our second product is called the MedDora for medical delivery. We just got that patent today.
Oh, congratulations.
So we just got our second device, the full patent, claims, drawings, and everything. So we've been talking with Amazon, eBay, Apple, Hewlett Packard. All these companies want my device because, as you saw in the video, and then you can check everything I said. You have a license to check it, brother, because we are regulated also with the Securities and Exchange Committee. So I cannot say any wild claims, and I tell people, email me, contact me. But my CEO, he worked for companies that built the data centers and the cloud computing for Amazon, Apple, eBay, Hewlett Packard. So we have an in to them. So what we're raising this money for in this first tranche with WeFunder, we're looking to raise 2 million, build out some POCs, proof of concepts. So we have to give 5 to Amazon, 3 to Costco, 4 to Walmart. And after that, they'll test them for about a month. Then they come back to me and say, okay, we either want to give you a lot of money or we want to order from you. Because our goal at Securum Capsa, which means is Latin, some of you I wonder if I should let people find out what the name stands for. I'll give a couple minutes. If anybody knows what the meaning in Latin is, I'll give it a couple minutes, see if anybody
Put it in the chat if you guys know what the Latin term for us, or what that stands for.
What Securum Capsa stands for. So I'll give it a couple minutes. So our goal is to be a B2B, business to business, where, like I said, Amazon can go, hey, we want 1 million boxes. We deliver them Walmart, because we want to make an agnostic box. What that means is a lot of people, when I started this product and company, everybody sees it, goes Amazon. They're the ones. But what Amazon has is a thing called catch and kill. They'll get a technology and keep it to themselves. And they have done that with some other technologies. So what happened, if Amazon owned this tech, say, Tawana, you had it, Amazon all day. Okay, somebody got the second word. The second word is correct. Capsa means box.
Okay.
We're looking for the first word, Securum. So, like, say Amazon owned it, but you bought, there you go, secure box. Securum Capsa means secure box in Latin. So that is what our goal is. We have devices like that. So what we don't want to happen is one company own this technology, control it. So say, Tawana, you owned it, you order from Amazon every day, all day. But say you wanted to order something from Walmart, Amazon will go,
you can't put it in my box.
You can't put it in my box.
Oh, I don't like that.
So that is a possibility. And I'm gonna be honest with you, it's all about my shareholders and making a change, but I wanna do the right thing. So what we wanna do is get our box out, let the box out of the barn, let everybody use it. Then if somebody later comes in, okay, we want to buy the whole thing, then we say you have to sell to everybody else. But if we went to Amazon, because the thing is, Walmart, Target, and Costco will never be as big as Amazon. It'll never happen.
Right. So
that's why we want it not even call it level on the playing field, but we do have a social conscience here at Securum Capsa. Because, and what we're thinking eventually down the road, I don't know if a lot of people know that Ring, the Ring doorbell company, they were purchased by Amazon in 2017. They are a wholly owned subsidiary of Amazon. They were purchased for $2 billion. So that is the only comp today to our product. And if you look at a Ring, all Ring does is show you who's potentially stealing your package. What does the Zendora do? It shows you who's delivering it, secures it, sends you confirmation that your package is safe. So that is, I can't claim that that's what we'll get, but that's the only comp, because what we patented is a device that can receive packages, also send packages, and also is a security device that folds to less than 6 inches that can affix to a door, wall, or gate, and on a door non-invasively with no screws or bolts. So if anybody does that, they got to come talk to me.
Okay.
And then we have 4 different sizes. The size you see there is the second largest. We have, that's the 1.5. We have the 1.0, that's a foot cube for college dorms and apartments, because one of my investors said, hey, my kids live in a dorm, they don't get their stuff. So that's how the idea came for the 1.0. Then we have two larger sizes, which is the 2.0 that can be affixed to a wall, gate, or garage. So you can get grocery, 4 grocery bags, dog food, all, and it still folds to 6 inches. And then we have a 3x2 that you can fit two 42-inch TVs into it. But again, it'll collapse to 6 inches. Yeah.
And it still collapses to the 6 inches.
That's what I have. So if you want for the holidays, you can make it, and you'll be able to camouflage the package, the Zen doors, to make it look like for Halloween, Christmas, or put a draw on it. We're making it so you can make it personal, and we're even teaming up with a company called Mojo that has the licensing rights to sports companies. So if you're in Atlanta or Chicago, the Bulls, LA, you want to put the Lakers on it. So we are, and that's the thing, a lot of people say, I might not want this on my door, but for an upcharge, you'll be able to take a picture of where you're going to place it, and we'll send it back. And when it's closed, you can camouflage it to make it look like your door.
Wow.
So yeah, so we're still innovating, but our goal, we would have probably been out already, but COVID hit and affected everybody. So our goal is to get the POCs to all those big companies. Concurrently, we're going to do a beta test with about 100 people in the local LA area to test it, because this is my baby. If it doesn't close right, if it doesn't do this, I'll overlook it. We're looking for 100 people from apartments to condos to homes to beta test this on a 30-day clip. And we already have a thing, a questionnaire. So when we finalize the molds for it, because the molds are expensive for that box, it's about $100,000 for the mold that we can press out millions. But if you make a mistake and you go, oh, we got to change it, that's $100,000 wasted. So what you saw in the live video, that was a temporary mold. So when we do our testing, if a homeowner or somebody goes, hey, Carlos, this doesn't work right, we'll just change it up, finalize it, boom, then we're off. Because you only get one chance to make a first impression.
Absolutely.
So a lot of products have come out. I study them. A lot of products come out, could be great, but if it doesn't do what it says it's going to do, it doesn't matter whatever you do to catch up. So that's why some people go, oh, hurry up, hurry up. Unfortunately, package theft is not going anywhere.
Right.
And we actually welcome competition. Because in other things, in my other business, people say, well, I want to do this. Well, no one else is doing it. That's the point. Or they go, well, everybody else is doing it. What makes yours better? So that's a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
So we're focusing, doing our thing, and trying to make a change.
You gonna make me move to Los Angeles so that I can be a beta tester.
and the thing is, I saw a couple of comments. The reason why is, and the thing is, I've worked for companies, I've consulted for other companies, they blow through money. To do a beta test, and I've done them before, if we did it all over the country, I would have to have a technician, this. So it's not that I don't want to do that, but we want to concentrate it, in the LA area, So if we have people have problems while the beta test, we can get there.
You can get there and take care of it.
Yeah, and the thing is, people, when my engineering team, they said, oh, Carlos, you'll get one. I said, no, I will not get one. They go, why? You're the founder. I said, no. Again, I would be biased. We need non-biased, because those people are going to make this box great. Because what I do, whenever I buy something on Amazon or check, I don't look at the top, the +5 reviews. I look at the negative reviews.
Yeah, so do I.
And what I tell people, no one ever takes time to write a negative review, but people get paid or will write a nice review. So that's what we want to do. We want to get all the bad stuff up front. So when people go, so when our second product, third product comes, we have a loyal, base. So that is the strategy at Securum Capsa, to do it right. And we want to be not first to market, we want to be best to market.
I love that. Absolutely love that. So do you already have your 100 beta testers?
No, we didn't even start that yet.
So if anybody here
in LA, in LA,
want to be a beta tester, I don't know. Carlos may be able to make that work. My son's in LA and he's a 10K member. I'm going to give him a call. So we got to get on this. So go ahead.
No. I was going to say.
Go ahead.
No. Everybody can go through the website and put in there, let me know, whatever it's going, yeah.
Good, perfect. So I've got a ton of questions. I know the community has questions.
Come on.
I say let's jump into them.
Come on, let's go.
So I'm going to start because I'm more excited about this project than anybody, I think. My first question is, I know you're B2B, but what if you did have someone like me that wanted to buy this box? Are you ever going to do any B2C?
That is the question. Most likely this box will, no matter what, it's going to come out. So, and that's the thing, what gives us the flexibility, we will be capable if we get enough, because like we want to do advertising on the Nextdoor app, on the Ring app. If people keep kicking in the door, we're going to have to supply that. And that only makes the value of the company. And the reason why doing a beta test is also when we talk to these companies, first thing Amazon's going to do is go, has anybody used it? Oh, here's a list. Has Amazon delivery people use it? Here's the list. If I went prior to that, that would lower our value. So that is the reason why doing that. Yeah.
Okay.
So that is a possibility, but the goal is to get it out there.
Okay. All right, guys, you know what we do? Put your questions in the Q&A. Don, I'm going to read your question, but if you have another one, can you put it in the Q&A instead of the chat next time? But I'm going to read it because I see it here. Don says, I see the valuation at 25 million. Do you have a price point for the product?
Well, that's the thing being B2B. What I can answer is we can produce this product for less than $100. So our goal is if Amazon or someone else sets the price, that is what it's going to be. But we want to set this device like a Dyson vacuum or fan. What value? Because initially we set it to the Ring doorbell. To get a decent one is like $250. But some of our advisors and people said, no, what are you really getting? And the thing is, for example, if Amazon picks it up, Costco, Walmart, they may give it to their members and amortize it over time. So we're still open to a lot, but we're looking for a good price value, when it gets out there.
Very good. Dr. Charlotte says, what keeps the electronic camera from being removed by anyone who comes up?
I have to make a video. When we made that first video and all these, we have a certain amount of time. I can't go into detail, but it's locked in there. So the only way to get access to it, if it's open, but there's a lock that locks it on the door bracket and locks that pod in place.
Okay.
Yeah, so we will, that's one of the videos we're gonna make to show the inside. But great question, great question.
Good. Dr. Charlotte also says, are the boxes interchangeable? Oh, that's a good question. So if I have small packages coming one day, or versus the 42-inch television coming another time, can I interchange my boxes on the same brackets?
What our goal would be is for you to really look at your buying habits. When we did our focus groups, when we started, people said they would buy more on Amazon and order more if they had a Zendora. A lady that was at our focus group, she said she wanted to buy a laptop, used laptop on Amazon. But she said, I couldn't wait home for 5-6 hours. She said, if I had a Zendora, I'd have bought it. So the thing is, that's why we will have a larger one and really look at your buying habits. So most likely people, but we wanted to show this first one the versatility that it can go on a door. Yeah.
I love it. Dr. Charlotte, we may just need to buy the big one and just have the big one out the gate. Anonymous says, is the medical device under the umbrella of this organization, or is that a separate company?
That's what I did also. If you go to WeFunders and online stuff, you're invested in that product. You're not investing in the company. I said, and the patents are held by Securum. I don't own the patent. The company does. So when you invest in Securum Capsa, you get all that.
Very good. Very good. Oliver says, can it be stolen easily through detachment?
No, you would literally have to destroy it. And the thing is, what we start out with, this device is a deterrent for crime. So say you have one on your door and your neighbor doesn't, where are they going to go? To the low-lying fruit of doing that. So just like from the 6-year-old girl stealing to people who steal ATM machines. But the thing is, once you get within 6 feet of the box, starts recording, goes to the cloud. So then we want to rate it for 3 to 5 minutes to break into. So even if you try to, you don't know, it could be a hard drive or a box of tissues in there. So a thief isn't going to take the time unless they know what's in it. So it's a crime deterrent.
Love that. Anonymous says, very good, interesting question. What made you choose WeFunder?
Oh, well, one of our, if you go, I love these questions.
I know.
Why you gotta be anonymous? Come on out. What happened is, no, great question. One of the groups, when I started this, I was gonna do, my patent attorney, he goes, what are you gonna do, Carlos? I said, oh, I'll do online crowdfunding and maybe go on Shark Tank. And my patent attorney goes, that's not gonna happen. He goes, I'm like, and he's working for Stock. He goes, as soon as Amazon or somebody sees it, they're gonna snatch it up. So I was gonna do crowdfunding, but Start Engine, you have to, they have higher fees, and that's where you can sell and promise your product. I didn't want to do that because I wanted to give people a piece of something, because I'll be honest, my life has been blessed. How much is enough? And I'd rather share the potential, because all of us wish we can go back in time with Amazon or whoever, but we can't. So those two reasons is we wanted to sell equity, and the people who assisted us to do the WeFunder got us, they had a relationship with WeFunder, so it was a smoother transition.
Okay.
Because if I would have tried to do this on my own, a lot of pitfalls and manholes we'd have fell into. So
Right.
I hope that answers your question. WeFunder was the best option out of Indiegogo and Start Engine and stuff like that.
Good. Dr. Charlotte says, your example is on a wood door. What happens for wrought iron security doors?
Oh, well, people like on the East Coast and some in LA, and I grew up in Pennsylvania with a storm door. The aluminum storm doors, you can't put it on, it's not sturdy enough, but that's why we have an option. If you have a porch, we have a wall bracket where you can put it up on the wall, or a gate. Or if you had your storm door, you either take it off or leave it open when you're expecting a delivery. You know, that little slide at the top for the piston, you just leave that open and you do that. But in LA, we are on our second version for sure. A lot of people have those metal security gates. You may be able to bolt it onto that security gate instead of clamping it around the door.
Very good. RJ says, what's the time frame for the release of the beta tester?
Oh, we want to do it by the end of first quarter next year.
Okay.
And the thing is, COVID messes with us. We're about 2 weeks behind because the design firm here in LA, they had a COVID outbreak. So I tell people, bear with us, with that. But it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
Vanessa said, is it weather tested?
Yes, it's weather resistant, not weatherproof. So if you have sprinklers by your front door and the water shoots directly up under the flashing, yes, it will get wet. But I have investors in the Bay Area and the East Coast where it rains and it's snowing, they're like, I need my Zendora. It's gonna be better than Amazon just leaving your package out in the weather.
Because that's the other thing mine does. It's the throwing it so everybody can see it. Or when it's raining, they don't put it, like the alcove is right there. They'll sit it like on the step. I'm like, what did I put out snacks in the wintertime and hot and gloves and heat. Why do they not like me? Why do they keep putting my packages in the rain? But they do. Some of them will put it in a nice plastic bag, but that's not consistent either. So this is so awesome. Just even forget the theft part, but just keeping the package safe. What if it's something very fragile that can't get wet? I mean, I love this.
So that's where what our device does, it just doesn't prevent package theft. It prevents shipper theft. We got numbers from certain companies, a high percentage of shippers are stealing the packages. And number three, it also prevents user theft, where people also say they never got a package. That's why Amazon and these other companies, because what the camera inside the box does, our cameras work like a police body cam. And we all know about police body cams, but what does a police body cam do? It keeps the people on both sides of that camera correct.
Right.
So that's the reason why you get within 6 feet, camera turns on. When they close the box after every delivery, takes a picture, sends it to you. So say the first delivery is Amazon, second delivery is UPS, third delivery is FedEx, but FedEx goes, hey, I want something. He takes it out. We got you. We know FedEx took it. Accountability, and that's what we have a patent on. No one has it.
Oh my goodness.
So again,
Awesome.
if somebody else, and like I said, the device works in 2 directions. For example, if you want to return something to Amazon, you have to go to the post office or go to Kohl's. With our box, you don't have to do that anymore. You can just put it in the Zendora, they come pick it up, you have confirmation, you're good to go. So, and the thing is, the reason why shippers steal and do all this stuff is because they don't get paid. But now, the accountability, will get reimbursed and get gold stars for confirming package delivery.
Okay.
So instead of Amazon losing 10 billion, they just buy and give the boxes away. The 10 billion goes like this. And guess what? People start buying more, they make more money. And they pay their shippers more. But also what our device can do, we can truly do 24-hour delivery. Because you have a secure, the reason why they don't do 24-hour delivery, porch pirates will be out there at night. Hey, as soon as I see it, I'm gonna go take that package. Because we've all been home and packages come. They don't tell you.
That's true.
So the thing is, anytime something goes in, it's gonna go right to your phone and your package has been delivered. So now imagine if Amazon can deliver from 10 p.m. to 3 a.m. Less traffic, they can get stuff same day.
Wow.
That is why they're talking to our brother. We can change, and we are true what we say. People have compared us to, if you dive deep, we can be like an Uber or Lyft to change how taxis and how Airbnb has changed the hotel industry. And the thing is, until people are investors in a company, I have a total way of changing how even the post office and all deliveries are done with the infrastructure that is here today.
All right. Warren says, what are the boxes made of and can they be broken into?
Yes, like anything, they can be with enough pressure and force, but they'll be made out of plastic that's weather and heat, like for toy sets that go outside, Fisher Price, stuff that you use outside. That is going to be but we want to make them out of plastic, metal for certain areas. In Arizona, if we made it out of metal, for there you put a turkey in, it'll cook your turkey. And we want to make it out of carbon fiber. And the reason why, and they'll all be priced accordingly, because Beverly Hills, they get theft too, but they want something in carbon fiber high end, and it'll be billed accordingly.
Okay. Very good. Warren says, once the box is mounted on your door or wall, can it easily be removed?
No. Also, just like the pod, I didn't show that. You'll get 2 keys. There's on the door bracket, it's like a honeycomb. So once you put it won't slide, but then on the inside, there's a little key that turns up and locks it in place. So if somebody wanted to rip it off, but again, once they get within 6 feet, starts recording, you don't know if there's toilet paper or what's in it.
Right. And to your point, it's going to be more deterrent. They'll go 3 blocks over where there's no security or anything.
Yes.
Yeah. Jesse says, can device be manufactured in the U.S. and retain your price point? Great product, by the way.
Darn, that was Jesse, right?
That was Jesse.
Good looking out. That is correct. Right here in Los Angeles at a manufacturing company called UPM, Universal Plastic Molding, they gave us a rough quote. They can do just-in-time manufacturing, injection mold, assembly, electronics integration, box it, palletize it, warehouse it, and ship it for all under $100.
Wow.
And the thing is, this manufacturer is even wanting to do some of it for stock and cash, because I don't know if a lot of you know what the squatty potty is. It's a device that was on Shark Tank. It's like, it goes in your bathroom, but this manufacturer lost out on this device to manufacture it by $8,000. Millions of dollars, he couldn't, just for $8,000, he couldn't do it. He said he doesn't want this to be his squatty potty and lose out on it. But
none of us want this to be the squatty potty. We all want in on this one.
So the thing is, no, 100%, I want to do it here.
Good.
But we will, since we're going to be international, we'll have offshore manufacturing.
Very good. Don says, please clarify the app and the code. Must FedEx, UPS, and others have to download the app? If so, what's your outreach plan for the package delivery companies?
Okay, so the beauty of this is this device would have never existed if Amazon did not use smartphones for their deliveries, because UPS, FedEx, the United States Postal Service uses a Motorola handheld interface. There was no way I would be able to write an app for every single one. So with Amazon leading the way, because UPS is starting to convert to use their smartphones, and eventually all of them are, because we also have it in at FedEx. One of the people on my board is on the innovation board at Federal Express. So what happens is we're also the first device that has a user app and a shipper app. So what happens is when you say you're ordering on Amazon, you get to the checkout, you hit on the Zendora app, generate code. What you do for now on the Amazon site where it has shipping instructions, you can tell them, put it on the side of the house, here's the gate code. What you would do now is type SBL for Smart Box Locker 123456. And then at the same time you hit confirm, that code is sent to the Zendora. So now I'm the shipper at Amazon. Amazon has it. That same code is printed on the label and in a barcode, because it's only going to unlock your Zendora. So even if somebody steals the package, they would have to come to your house and unlock it. So with the app, with Amazon shippers, they can get within 6 inches of the box, like near field. The box will unlock automatically. They don't even have to type it in. Or they hold the phone, the barcode up to the camera, it'll unlock the box. So there's 3 ways to unlock the Zendora when you have the code. So, and then after he closes the box, that code goes away. So even if he came back to try to open up your Zendora, it's not going to work. That's why we went with a 6-digit code instead of a 4. So I hope that answers this question.
Very good. Eddie says, what safeguards are in place to prevent hacking or a virus?
Well, as we all see, even these global attacks. So the double authentication. So if anybody gets into your app And we're working with a company called Kodolsky that verifies apps for and software for the US government and other places. And we're writing it in Linux. A lot of apps are written in Microsoft Windows and stuff. We're using Linux. So if they know a little bit, if my CEO was on, that's his department that bringing that to it. So yeah, so anytime you use your app, just like now, if you have Google or whatever, if you make a change, you get an email or a text saying, is that you? So yeah, that double up, and especially Ring brought that to the forefront.
Good. I'm telling you, you hit it out of the park with this beta tester thing. So Anonymous, this might be the same Anonymous, might be a different one. We don't really know when Anonymous asks the questions. But Anonymous says, if you live in Ladera Park, could you be considered for beta testing?
Yes, email me separately.
Very good.
Now, see, I'll tell you where we're hoping to. So if you know LA people, the 105, we're LAX, south to Palos Verdes, and then we want to go west to the 110. Okay. So in that area is people who we're looking for.
Okay. Anaharo says, how long does the box stay charged?
Oh, perfect question. Right now, we're looking at over 30 days. But if you look at the box, there's a lot of surface area on the top of that lid. Guess what I could put on that surface area? Solar. So on our second model, we'll put solar panels. And on top of that, in that pod that comes out, that's where the battery is. But there's also going to be a backup battery in the lid. But we just found out we have enough room in the door bracket to put batteries. So eventually, what if in the future you never have to charge it?
Wow.
Because it doesn't take a lot of power. We use the most power it takes is to unlock the box. And we calculate it about 5-6 times a day. But in our beta test, we'll get more, because it's not just for Amazon deliveries, food deliveries.
Right.
Because I had an investor invest a lot of money on the spot. And I go, why are you investing? He goes, what do I have to do to invest? Oh, well, I said, talk with your wife, because I actually try to talk people out of investing after I do a presentation. He goes, what do I have to do to invest? I said, oh, talk to your wife. He goes, no, I'm ready to go now. I have a checkbook. I said, why are you doing it right now? He goes, I hate getting food deliveries, and it's so awkward with a tip. He goes, I'm investing just based on that.
I love that. No interaction. Just put it in the box, go about your business.
And the thing is, so just like if you're on your way home, guess what you can do? Grubhub, DoorDash. Boom, I'm ordering my food. Here's the one-time code. The food will be at home waiting for you. So don't just look at packages.
Right.
Look, and it's almost like we say it's a concierge at your door.
I just think about all the time people bring something and I'm not home. Like if my sister drops something off and she might put it in the mailbox, right?
Peach cobbler or something.
Just anything. I'm thinking about over the years, things that people have left me, and it's like you run home, speed through traffic because you don't want anyone to take it.
Nope. And that is it. That's why it's called Zen Dora. Zen at your door.
I love it. I needed Zen today. Jesse says, is installation DIY, or do you need a technician, or is a technician rolling out?
Great question again. We made it. In presentations, I got in trouble for saying what our benchmark was. But if you see, it's real easy to install it. But that's why we want to team up with Best Buy and the Geek Squad, because it's a Wi-Fi. And so just like how you can buy a TV and the Geek Squad can install it or help out, that's the network that we would also talk to with these other companies and use the infrastructure that we have already. But no, it's pretty easy to install. But again, not until the beta test happens, that's me talking about my baby.
Right, right. Arthur says, do you plan to get bought out by Amazon or one of these companies? So what's your exit strategy?
Well, my exit strategy, I'll be honest, with a lot of us, we want to sell out. And I'm gonna be straight with you. No one told that to Mark Zuckerberg. No one told that to Elon Musk. No one told that to Bill Gates. No one told that to Jeff Bezos. So why should we? If the numbers is right, we have to look at, and like I talked with Tawana, I just found out about Tulsa, Oklahoma and Black Wall Street. Let's do this, people. Let's look at the long game, like China and other people. We can't, the self-gratification today, I know it's easy for me to say, but what we have to look at the long game. So the thing is, if the numbers are correct, but don't look at it just as money. And that's why in the beginning I said, right now, and Amazon did make an offer before I had the patent. And it was a lot of money. But the thing is, I said I could do something greater and give other people opportunity. So my ultimate goal is, if the buyout is correct, yes, I would like to be a wholly owned subsidiary of like an Amazon or Apple, because hey, Apple got money too now, and they may call it the Apple Crate. Put your Apple products in the Apple Crate. And the thing is, not until my CEO told me, he goes, Apple's interested. I said, why? What do they want it? Every time an iPhone is stolen, $1,000. Every time a laptop, $4,000. Yeah. So that's why we want to get it to other companies, agnostic, that builds value. Then if they come back, it's a lot higher.
Very good. Anonymous says, your WeFunder page says investor perks start at 500, but it doesn't define what the perks are. Would you share that with us? Oh,
it does. Okay. So the perks are, and I'm going to say this a couple of times, I recommend people get in before the 250, because that's also, you get the better valuation.
Oh, the early bird.
Yeah, get in on the early bird. So I thought it would, but okay, at $500, you get a shirt. At 15, I'm not looking at it, I'm not gonna lie. At the next level, you get the shirt and a laser etched, whatchamacallit.
So that's at 1,500.
Yeah, you get the shirt and a laser etched stock certificate. If you hold, can you hold for 1 second? I'll go get it.
Oh, absolutely. All right. You guys know I am nobody's financial advisor, and you guys know I always tell you do your own due diligence and, make a decision. I'm loving it.
So you would get a shirt at 500.
That's a nice shirt.
And then at the 1,500, you get a laser etched stock certificate with my signature, how much stock you put in your name. Nice. The company and everything. And this is made out of metal.
Very nice.
And then the other ones are, you get to, if you come to LA, sit down with me. And then the top one will give you a voucher for when the Zendora comes out. You will get one.
That's the $10,000 one?
I think so.
That's the $5,000 one.
I'm not sure. I apologize. Yeah.
And I'm trying to see how I can get me a Zendora.
Either way, I'm gonna hook you up, sister girl. Don't worry. I got you. Because you found me. And I want to let everybody know that Tawana found me. I was very impressed and shocked and elated how the 10K looks on all the crowdfunding platforms for minority and Black-owned businesses. So no, I'm very glad, for you, we found each other.
I am glad as well. Jesse says, any plans to use or offer lockers at public malls, etc., for clients that do not have to receive packages at their residence? Think of monthly rentals like pole box rentals.
Jesse, you probably bugged my office, didn't you?
Yeah, Jesse need to come consult something.
Well, perfect question. Yes, I have an investor who is a general contractor and for apartments and condos. So what we will do for certain areas, he said we can write the legislation and requirements. So imagine having Zendoras, maybe 8, one real low for handicapped and they all are powered and they all fold, and maybe 1 to 2 apartments share and do that, because those Amazon lockers, they start at $20,000. That's not installation.
Oh, wow.
So the thing is, in certain places, yeah, there'd be multi-use and stuff like that. And the beauty of it, they fold and take up less area. That is, so yes, we have all that. And that's, yeah. So Jesse, I hope you put in, bring your butt out to LA. I'll blow your mind even more.
I love it. Eddie says, have you thought about peer-to-peer applications? For instance, my mom has to travel and wants to leave a delicious strawberry cream cheesecake for me. I can It's very specific about the dessert type.
No, I want to hear, keep going, because I'm gonna want one.
Oh goodness, he says a consumer to consumer market.
So yes, like Freshly, Blue Apron, if he's talking about that. For example, we have an option, we have a temperature humidity sensor inside the box. So right now, I used to get Blue Apron, food delivery, but they deliver it, the box is in a big styrofoam thing with the dry ice. That's a lot of waste. So what happens is we team up with Blue Apron and they'll subsidize it to people. So say you order your pork chops and stuff like that, they'll come out, they'll have the one-time code, unlock the box. You could either put the thermal liner in, that's an option. They'll put the dry ice and then close it. So you don't have to rush home or anything, because you'll see the temperature on the app.
You have thought about everything.
A lot of people say that, but I know Jesse's out there. And Anonymous.
Anonymous is at it again. Anonymous says,
I know, I'm ducking, I'm trying to.
Anonymous says, I apologize if I missed this. Did you say the strategy was to first offer B2B and then B2C? Also, what's the infrastructure / hiring plan for producing and servicing the product?
Well, see, that all comes, for example, our first goal is to be business to business. So we would manufacture and then train Amazon customer service people, train Costco customer service people in those areas, because to set up that infrastructure would be great. If Securum, and that's why we didn't go to B2C, because for us to sell it direct, we would have to set all that customer service, and all those companies already have them. And they all have clubs, they all have memberships. So that's why we're going that route. So all those things will be decided depending how we do partnerships and things of that nature.
Okay.
But the thing is,
go ahead.
no, but the thing is, we may, if the B2C, if people keep hitting us, we're still capable, but we'll just say, like, for example, what we were gonna do, if there's a certain area that goes, hey, we really want it, we're getting orders from like Atlanta, we'll say, okay, we're gonna sell to Atlanta, set something up and go from there. And that can spread too, but it's just the infrastructure, because to do that up front is a lot of money. And that's why I'm trying to keep more for the stockholders and use what infrastructure is out there.
Mm-hmm. That's a great idea. RJ says, what percentage of equity do you get for 500 and 1,500?
Oh, well, I can't, you can do that calculation.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's against the SEC rules, RJ. Carlos can't answer that one. Yeah. So RJ, what we can do, so you see the pre-money valuation prices there, and somewhere in here it should say, I'm assuming on the Form C, but it should also say how many shares are being offered for investment, how many total shares. Somewhere that information should be here as well. But that question is against the SEC rules for him to answer. But look through the information here, because that question you should be able to come up with that amount on your own.
See, sister girls keeping a brother correct.
Listen, we don't want any faux pas with this one.
Hey, I'm not going to jail. You know,
Right.
keep your head, get in the car.
That's right.
And the thing is, and I'm actually glad, our whole team, I'm actually glad we are regulated now, because I've had some accredited investors who invest offline that I don't have to answer a lot of questions. They just read the Form C. So that even helps. So WeFunder, going on a WeFunder platform has been good.
Yeah, the reason 10K exists is because we know this is a great way for the everyday investor to build wealth, right? And this is not an opportunity that many of us have ever received, or, it's just amazing. And so I always want to give credit to the founders who take the time to do it this way, because it is a lot more work, right? We know it's a lot more work. Getting the attention on the campaign, all of the paperwork, just actually running a whole nother business. So the fact that you took the time to do this so that more than just an accredited investor can have the opportunity to build wealth, I think, on top of the wonderful product, I think you get an extra kudos for that, because this was not the easier route. This was not at all.
And I want to go back to that question about what do you get? And that's the thing that we all do. Oh, what do I get for that? The goal is for what it's at today to grow. Because I'll tell a little tiny story. I met a guy out here in LA who knows Jeff Bezos and was there at one of the first presentations when Amazon Books was starting. The buy-in was $25,000 to $50,000. He did not do it. He still knows Jeff Bezos to this day. Jeff Bezos, when he sees him, holds up 4 fingers. What do you think each finger represents if the guy would have invested the $25,000 to $50,000?
For each million or billion he would have today, each
$1 billion. So what I tell people, I'm not saying that's going to happen, but what we can't do, investments are long-term. So the thing is, don't look at it today, look what it potentially could be in the future. And that's why we have a portfolio. Because when I started, I raised $1 million prior to WeFunder, but COVID hit and stopped all, because I got money from friends and family, but when COVID hit, they didn't know if they had a job and they had to hold on to their money. So I couldn't be mad, I can't. So that's one of the good things that WeFunder came along. And also what propelled us, why I didn't do crowdfunding before, the max was, until this last March, was $1 million. I raised $1 million offline. So now that they raised it to 5, it was more lucrative to do that. But yeah, so look at what the share price is today, but imagine where it can go tomorrow. So even if you put in a certain amount today, the goal isn't for it to grow.
Yeah, and we like to tell the community, this is the long game. This is 7 to 10 years, right? When we're making these investments, we're really looking out that far. So if this is not something you can afford right now, we're not wanting anybody to use the mortgage money, right? We don't want anyone to, this is disposable income that you could lose, right? Because anything could happen. But it definitely is the long game. So you're right. You're looking at what it's worth, what it potentially could be worth way down the line, not today. We have one more question from Jesse. Jesse says, I'm here, Martin Luther King Boulevard and Obama Boulevard. Don't sell out. Long term, I can see direct drone to Zen box delivery.
That's the Zendora Skyport. And so let's talk about that. My other phone call I had today.
I think Jesse was a plant.
No, I don't know, Jesse. I swear to you, I don't. Jesse, I don't. Go through my Rolodex. I do not know a Jesse. So it's funny you brought up the drone. One of the things, I have about 10 individual products and patents that I want to do. So I just brain dump, and my team actually they don't like me because I keep coming up with more stuff. They keep telling me, just stay over there, let's focus on one, but things keep coming to my head. So I just had a call with a group in Ghana, North Africa, that wants to do the licensing and invest in Securum Capsa because they were talking with another company that had something to do with drones that has not come to fruition. So we think when the FAA approves drones, we'll start on it. And even how our drones work is totally different than even what you're thinking. Because I'll just say a few things about drones, why I feel it won't work. Number one, if you have a drone box on your front lawn or your yard, it comes down, if it hits a telephone line, it's only gonna take one drones there. Number two, in certain places, somebody can shoot down a drone. Number three, if that drone comes down and a little kid or somebody gets hit, it's over. So, but how we're gonna do drones that no one knows, it will work. So we're waiting for the FAA to allow drones, but our drone system, the Zendora Skyport, will work.
And all of these products, I just want to recap, all of these products are under the Securum Capsa company umbrella, which we would be investing in if we invested today.
So back to a perfect question. I think the stock, if you get it now, is $2.94. We just got a patent today. Then that increased value. Then when we deliver the POCs to Amazon, eBay, Apple, the value goes up. When they make an order, the value goes up. So that's how this is gonna go up. So you buying today isn't at the 294. The goal is to go up.
All right. All right, guys. Any more questions before Carlos and I give our closing words? Any more questions? All right, so I'm going to give a few closing remarks and then I'll turn it over to Carlos. First of all, thank you, brother. This is when I saw the product initially, I thought, I don't know about the community, but I want it. So I thought, well, you know, Tawana, if you want it, they probably want it. So let's make this happen. But thank you so much. Thank you for letting your passion for that news report drive you to do something. Because based on what you said, you were experiencing success, right? You had other plans to do other things, but there was something in that news story that hit you in a place and it completely transformed what you wanted to do to change the world. And I believe you've done that here. And so thank you for following your heart and following your dreams. And while I say shame on that mom for having her kid out there, I'm happy because it inspired this amazing idea, right?
And I want to find that little girl too. I do. I know the local station will try to track down, and no, I want to find that and try to make a difference and say this is the person who changed.
Yeah. So thank you for that, community. You know, I'll say it again. I always say this, but you know, I'm not a financial advisor, right? Don't play one on TV. That's not what I do. However, we bring these companies to the 10K project to present to you because we believe that they have potential to add value to your portfolio, the portfolio that you all are individually building. And so what I would ask you to do is to consider this business, do the due diligence, go to the WeFunder link. We've put it in the chat several times. Go to the link, read through everything. All of the information here is here for a reason, right? And it's going to help you determine if this is a good business for you to add to your portfolio in addition to what Carlos has shared here with us today, right? So it is truly a package deal of taking that information and this information and making a determination. So I'm not going to ask you to invest, right? Because that's not my job. My job is to present the opportunity, you make the decision. What I am going to ask you to do is the same thing I ask you to do every week, whether you want to invest in this or not. Share this link with everyone you know. Put it on all your social campaigns, because one of the things that we know to be very, very true in this space is the founders need a crowd. And we're bringing some of that, right? We have you guys here live. We'll put it out in the newsletter and all the other members will watch the replay. But we're only able to do so much right now with our membership numbers. So what we want to be able to commit to Carlos to do is that if we share this on all of our social platforms so that all of our family and friends can also see this campaign and watch the information. And if they want to, take a deeper dive, they can join 10K and watch this replay. But there's enough information, I believe, on the WeFunder page to really make a good determination on if this is something you want to invest in. So please share this campaign with everyone and everywhere you can think of. Do that for me. Do that for Carlos. Do that for the little girl and her mom that needs some guidance and some direction, right? And for all the other moms and people that are out there, we know that the porch pirates are real. We've seen the videos. Many of us, like I said, have had packages stolen. I wouldn't have anxiety if it never happened to me, right? I have anxiety because I have had things stolen that like, why this package? Like, this was the one I needed, right? Like I needed this one tomorrow, and that anxiety is real. And it does cost us that 10 billion he talked about. We pay for that. Everything the prices get increased and we're eating that. That's us. That's not Amazon losing 10 billion. That's us paying 10 billion more for something else. So what were you going to say, Carlos?
So on that point, that is true. We pay for that called shrinkage. They just pass it on the road. So that's why some companies want to see this. They can, and it's called soft dollars too. It's probably more. And again, that's 10 billion Amazon. That's not FedEx,
all the other,
UPS, Nordstrom's. We just use the biggest one. So it's bigger than that. So the thing is, if you can get your deliveries on time and secure, because that's what Amazon and these companies want. They want to have good customers, less people calling, complaining, and more people buying. So that is why we feel we can change at how packages are secured.
Yeah. Jesse said, Black unicorn in the making. The only question we didn't ask, how long is the campaign active?
Well, right now it's open. We're up to $1 million. But I highly recommend, because we're actually going to start our marketing of the site. Because one thing, I'll be honest, we didn't start until you guys. I wanted to do this. So, because there's only 50,000 whatever left for the early bird. And the thing is, after the 250, there is no more perks either. Because if you look at the perks, it's amount of people. So the thing is, with my team, since, I wanted to give the 10K project. So I recommend, and as I tell people, when you know something, even due diligence, but I've had friends who invested out of fear saying, I know Carlos, I was his neighbor, I'm investing. I don't want to be that guy. So I don't want you to do that, but if you know that we have all had that, really trust your gut, do the due diligence, So, but yeah, so it's going to be open for a while, but we have been in talks with other groups that could potentially fund, and we shut it down. But I would give enough notice. Yeah.
Very good. All right, Carlos, any final words that you have, sir?
No, I want to say thank you for everybody taking the time. I know it's 8 o'clock over there. It's just, the sun's still up over here in LA. But no, people, like I said, anything you invest in, look at the long term, do your homework, but try for the long game. We're too quick for self-gratification now. Put off just a little bit, it can make a big, big difference.
Very nice. Robert Bell said invested.
Well, I'll look for, I will look.
Very good, Robert. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Very good. All right. Well, with that said, guys, we'll see you next week at next week's Bet on Black Pitch. Don't forget Family and Friends Day, September 13th, Monday. Please look at your newsletters. There's a link in there for you to share with your family and friends, to invite them. Just think about it. The bigger 10K project grows, the more founders we can help get the funding that they need to change the world. That's the purpose. That's why we're here. That's what we're doing. And we want to do more of it. There are thousands of Carloses out there in the world waiting for somebody to back him.
And the thing is, I'm actually helping 4 other entrepreneurs,
Nice.
Black, One owns a distillery. One has a collapsible dog crate and treadmill thing. And I'm helping some other people, and I'm potentially bring them to, but I want to get them correct to come to the 10K, but that's also what I do. So
good, very good. That's what we're here to lift them up and support them.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, brother.
thank you,
Peace and
everybody.
blessings. We
Thank you
appreciate
very
you.
much.
All right, good night, everyone.
Bye-bye.